Once again, good morning, everyone. I'd like to call the Board of Commissioners meeting to order at 9:37 a.m. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Mark, would you like to lead us this morning?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Brooks, would you mind saying a few words for us this morning?
Good morning.
Hold on. We actually need to do the public hearing first.
Okay.
Oh, public
Okay.
here.
We jumped too soon.
I'm sorry. All right, please take your seats. Thank you. Can we have a roll call, please? Thank you.
Absolutely. Newquist. Ogalla. Flagel. Mustis. Mitchell. Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier. Fritz. Mueller. Gould. Ballot. Frizzalone. Winfrey. Brooks. Parker. Ventura. Coleman. Markham. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel. Weigel. Freeman is present. Corlitis. And President Van Dyne.
Present?
We have 20? We have 20.
20 members present. We do have a quorum. Explanation of public hearing pursuant to Chapter 50, Act 330, Paragraph 3 of the Illinois Compiled Statutes, the tentative appropriation and budget ordinance for the Forest Preserve District of Will County for fiscal year beginning January 1, 2023, was available for inspection beginning October 11th, 2022, at the Forest Preserve Sugar Creek Administration Center, 17540 West Laraway Road, Joliet, Illinois. Notice of such availability was duly published October 6, 2022. Notice was also published November 3rd, 2022, of the public hearing on the appropriation and budget ordinance to be held 9:30 a.m., November 10th, 2022, prior to the adoption of said ordinance. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak during this public hearing? Any commissioners willing to speak, wishing to speak? Can I have a motion to close the public hearing? Second and first and second, roll call, please.
Newquist. Ogalla. Flagel. Mustis. Mitchell. Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier. Fritz. Mueller. Gould. Ballot. Frizzalone. Winfrey. Brooks. Parker. Ventura. Coleman. Markham. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel. Weigel. Freeman is a yes. Corlitis. President Van Dyne.
Yes.
Again, we have
20 affirmative, the public hearing is closed. Now I would like to look for a motion to open a public hearing for the Matters of Truth and Taxation Act. Moved in second. Unfortunately, we need another roll call.
Newquist. Ogalla. Flagel. Mustis. Mitchell. Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier. Fritz. Mueller. Gould. Ballot. Frizzalone. Winfrey. Brooks. Parker. Ventura. Coleman. Markham. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel.
Yes.
Weigel. Freeman is a yes. Carlitis. And President Van Dyne.
Yes.
Judy Ogala. That makes it 21.
21 affirmative, we are in public hearing. This public hearing is proposed levy ordinances number 611 through 616. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this matter? Are any commissioners wishing to speak? Motion to close, I'm sorry. Since the increase in total extension does not exceed 5%, a public hearing under the Truth in Taxation Act is not required. However, staff has determined that it is appropriate that the public hearing be held. Notice of public hearing was published on November 3rd, 2022. Once again, anyone wishing to speak? Motion to close public hearing? Second, roll call, please.
Newquist. Ogala. Ogala. Flagel. Mustis. Mitchell. Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier. Fritz. Mueller. Gould. Balich. Frizalone. Winfrey. Brooks. Parker. Ventura. Coleman. Markham. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel. Weigel. Freeman is a yes. Corlitis. And President Van Dyne.
Yes.
That is 21.
21 affirmative, the public hearing is now closed. Mr. Brooks, would you mind inviting everyone to stand and say a couple last words?
I invite anyone to stand and say it.
For the forest
Not for me. Shall we pray? Father God, we thank you, Lord, for this day, this current Forest Reserve District Commissioners, and those that are serving now. We thank you and ask you to bless their families and thank them for the work that they have done, the service provided to our Forest Reserve District of Will County. Continue to bless this director, all the staff, employees, as well as the volunteers, our Forest Reserve District of Will County. And Lord, as we come to conclude this matter meeting on today with this current Forest Reserve Commissioner, bless this meeting, this agenda, and all your people. In our Lord's name we pray. Amen.
Okay. Oh, open up this meeting? Yeah. Okay. I was a little confused. Okay, I'd like to call the Board of Commissioners meeting Thursday, November 10th, 2022 at 10:46 a.m. Can I have a roll call, please?
Absolutely.
9:46. Thank you.
Newquist. Here. Ogala. Yes. Flagel. Here. Mustis. Here. Mitchell. Tyson. Here. Gazanfer. Trainier. Fritz. Mueller. Gould. Yes. Balich. Yes. Frizalone. Here. Winfrey. Yes. Brooks.
Here.
Parker. Yes. Ventura. Here. Coleman. Markham. Here. Berkowitz. Here. Cowan. Here. Pretzel. Here. Weigel. Here. Freeman is here. Corlitis. And President Van Dyne.
Present.
Again, we have 21.
21 members present. We do have a quorum. The presentation of certificate of mailing and certificate of publication has been signed and filed. I'll be looking for 4 different approvals of minutes, starting with minutes of October 13th, 2022. Is there a previous? Thank you.
No, we need to do a roll call,
One more roll call, please.
and then previous roll.
One more.
Newquist. Yes. Ogala. Yes. Flagel. Yes. Mustis. Yes. Mitchell. Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier. Gazanfer? Thank you. Fritz. Mueller. Thank you. Gould. Malich. Frizzlum. Winfrey. Brooks. Parker. Ventura. Coleman. Markham. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel. Weigel. Freeman is a yes. Carlitis. And President Van Dyne.
Yes.
That is 22.
22? 22? 22, confirmative. Motion carries, thank you. Looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the public hearing minutes, October 13th. Discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Motion to approve executive session minutes, September 8th, 2022. All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And last set of minutes, approval of executive session minutes, October 13th, 2022. Discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, moving on. Treasurer's report. Mr. Markham, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Before I place the treasurer's report on file, I have a few brief comments to make. For revenues, the October 31st, 2022 operating statements indicate the district's corporate fund has collected $14.14 million in total revenues, which include approximately $12.26 million in property taxes, $1.24 million in replacement taxes, and nearly $402,850 in licenses and permit fees, while the remaining balance is attributable to other miscellaneous income. For expenditures, the district has incurred approximately $10.98 million of expenditures for the period ended October 31st, 2022. Of the total expenditures, approximately $7.5 million are personnel costs. The district has experienced a net operating income of just over $3.15 million year-to-date, including all budgeted transfers. And I'm glad that my last one, I go out on an upswing instead of a budget transfer. That puts us in the negative. So unless there are any questions, I move to place the treasurer's report on file.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Previous? Second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion will carry.
That concludes my duties as treasurer. So luckily, you guys don't have to listen to me anymore. So.
Thank you, Tyler. Are there any petitions from the public? There was none received via email? No? Okay. Moving on to Finance Committee. With no objections, we do not have a chair or vice chair. I can run through the Finance Committee if you all don't mind.
No.
No. So I would like to make a motion to approve the schedule of bills for $1,385,910.34. Thank you. Any discussion on that? All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion will carry. Moving on to new business, I believe we do have a comment by Mr. Mustis. Good morning.
Good morning. You know, Mr. Mahoney, you can jump in here if you think I'm saying something incorrectly here. But you know, a number of years ago, and Ralph, I'm actually surprised you wouldn't have remembered this, but it goes back quite a few years. You know, we had a tax objector come forward at the Forest Reserve who basically said, you cannot pass a budget until you approve the supporting levies that support that budget. And we were advised at the time, pass the levies first and then pass the budget. And so I'm going to suggest that, and of course, that deflated the tax objectors' objection, yes. Thank you, Don. Yeah, so I'm going to suggest this to be on the side of caution, that we skip over, number one, the budget and appropriation ordinance, do the supporting levies first, and then come back and approve the budget.
I don't
I don't think
believe
it's a
we need a
motion.
motion, and I concur with you, Jim. So if, with no one else's objection, I'd like to start with number 2 on our new business. Very good, okay. Looking for a motion to approve 2022 tax levy ordinance numbers
I'm going to vote.
611 through 616. I have a motion and a second. Previous, second, any discussion? No discussion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I apologize. George tried to tell me how to run through this, and I made a mistake. So we're not approving all
Gotta
of
do
these
one
all
at-
at once. So if
one-
we can remove that motion and second, I will start over.
You have to start with A, right?
Denise rescinds her motion. Who was second? Thank you, Meta. All right. My apologies. Let's start with A, approval of audit levy ordinance number 611. Motion? Second? Previous? And a second. Any discussion? If you want a roll call, we'll do that. Let's have a roll call then on number 2A.
Newquist. Ogalla. Flagel. Mustis.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Mitchell. Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier. Fritz. Mueller. Gould.
Yes.
Balich. Frislam. Winfrey. Brooks. Parker. Ventura. Coleman. Markham. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel. Weigel. Freeman is a yes. Corlitis. And President Van Dyne.
Yes.
That is 18 affirmative. Do you concur?
18 to what?
18, yes,
He checked out.
How many no?
18 affirmative,
How many no's? Please.
8 noes.
All right, the vote was 18 affirmative, 8 nays. The 4 nays. The motion carries. Looking for a motion to approve the liability levy ordinance number 612.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've got absences in there. Sorry. You're correct, it's 4 noes.
Okay, we have a motion, second previous. And is there a second on a previous? Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 18 to 4. Eighteen to 4. Number 612 is approved. Approval of IMRF levy ordinance 613. Okay, we have a roll call, please. Yes.
Newquist. Yes. Ogalla. Flagel. Yes. Mustis. Yes. Mitchell. Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier is absent. Fritz. Mueller. Gould. Balich. Frizzlum. Winfrey. Brooks. Parker. Ventura. Coleman. Markham. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel. Weigel. Freeman is a yes. Curlitis is absent. President Van Dyne.
Yes.
What did you? I got the same thing. 18, yes, 6 no.
We have 18 affirmative, 6 negatives. The motion will carry. Looking for a motion to approve FICA levy ordinance number 614. Do we prefer a roll call? Previous? Second? Any discussion? Anyone want a roll call? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion will carry 18-6. Looking for a motion to approve corporate levy ordinance number 615. Yes, sir. Motion and second, roll call.
Oops. Thank you. Newquist. Yes. Ogalla. No. Flagel. Yes. Mustis. No. Mitchell. No. Tyson. Yes. Gazanfer. Yes. Trainier. Yes. Fritz. No. Mueller. Gould. No. Balich. No. Frizzlum. No. Winfrey. Yes. Brooks.
Yes.
Parker. No. Ventura. Yes. Coleman. Markham. Yes. Berkowitz. No. Cowan. Yes. Pretzel. No. Weigel. No. Freeman is a yes. Absent. President Van Dyne.
Yes.
Thirteen affirmative, 11 no.
With 13 affirmative and 11 no, the vote needed 14 votes to pass, so the approval of corporate levy ordinance 615 will fail. Looking for a motion to approve construction and development levy ordinance number 616.
Can
Just one,
can I ask a question, more for our attorney? So this has failed. So can we now make motions for a lesser amount? I mean, I think we still need to pass a corporate levy. Well, I don't know if we, that's what I'm asking, Rachel. Do you do that now? I mean, obviously, we have to do something. George.
So there would be a motion to reconsider that would be brought by one of the people who voted in the majority. And then it can be reconsidered by this board with amendments.
Okay, so we wait till we've gone through them all.
I think you could do it right now.
We can do it right now. Okay, so I'll make a motion.
Mr. Mahoney said that somebody from the
Prevailing side.
13 that were in agreement would have to reconsider. Is there someone on this board?
Point of order really quick. Wouldn't it be the prevailing side, not the majority side? Because the prevailing side
That's what I
won the
said.
vote, so they would have to, somebody who voted no would have to make the motion.
One of the people who voted with the 13 would have to make that motion to reconsider.
But even though it didn't prevail,
Yeah.
because, okay.
We have a motion to reconsider levy ordinance number 615. There's a second by Ms. Ventura. Any discussion? Rachel?
Could you remind me of the exact number of what that was, one was at?
It had a 3% CPI.
Okay, so I'd make a motion at 2.75% to amend it.
Okay.
Have you made cuts to the budget? Have we discussed large cuts to the budget? No. So this is going to dictate our budget. So if you didn't like 3%, I'm assuming you want a lower amount. But without seeing any substantial cuts to the budget, I don't see how you're going to cut out a lot of money out of our budget.
Before we make motions, can we just have a general discussion? I mean, I'm not, rather than us maybe going through a series of motions on different, can we just have a general discussion first on what our thoughts are on the,
I don't mind a general discussion, but a lot of times then you guys will throw in a motion in the middle of the discussion. So I figured
Well-
I jumped the gun on you.
well, that's what you think.
All right, and put it out there. So I'm happy to have a discussion, but really this should be dictated by what type of cuts you're looking to make to the budget then.
Okay.
All right, if I may, can we have a motion and a second to reconsider? Can we get through that first?
Yeah.
Roll call?
Newquist. Ogalla. Flagel. Mustis.
Yes.
Mitchell. Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier. Correct.
And we have to have a levy ordinance, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Fritz. Mueller. Gould.
Yes.
Balich. Frissalone. Winfrey. Brooks.
We gotta talk about it.
Is that a yes, Brooks? Thank you. Parker. Ventura.
Could do that.
Coleman is
Yeah.
still gone. Markham. Berkowitz. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel. Weigel. Freeman is hesitantly a yes.
Why there's a hesitancy? You have to have a left.
And President Van Dyne.
I am a yes.
Go ahead.
Turn your mic off, Jim.
21 affirmative, 3 no. It's 21 affirmative, 3 noes.
21 affirmative and 3 noes to reconsider the corporate levy ordinance 615. Now I would like to open that up for discussion, and by fairness, I believe Rachel rang in first, and then I have Jim, Don, and then Steve. Rachel?
Yeah, so as I was saying, since there hasn't been discussion about large cuts to our budget, it would be inappropriate to drop our levy since we need the money to pass the budget that we've all kind of discussed. So I understand that people are concerned with the their property taxes. So in good faith of that, I would offer an amendment to pass a levy at 2.95%. I'm sorry, 2.75%. Sorry. I was looking at a 9 when I said that.
Vote it, vote it down. Ridiculous.
Okay,
Have discussion?
thank you, yeah, thank you. Jim?
Yeah, before, perhaps we second that, I do think that it's perhaps more helpful for us having a discussion. I think Don's gonna make a suggestion here, so I'd like, before we second that, have a discussion on what we think would have the majority of votes to pass it. So that would be my suggestion, that we have a little discussion, so, first.
Thank you. I don't believe you made a motion yet. You wanted,
Yeah, but there wasn't a second.
Okay, vote on it.
okay. We do have a motion and a second, continued discussion.
Yeah.
Can I go to Don?
Yep.
Mr. Van Dyne, thank you. I was just going to suggest that perhaps we take a 5-minute recess.
Do we need a motion? Okay. All right, as acting chair, I will consider taking a 5-minute recess. We'll come back at 10:15. Thank you.
Caucus together, Mike. Republican caucus. Come on back. Come to me. Come to me. God damn it, you gotta. You know what, here's, I'm gonna say my piece. On this. Hey, can you join the group, guys? 5 minutes. Can you come over and, you know what, from my perspective, here's what I have to say, is we bonded for money, you know, which was for, because I'm gonna vote no on the construction and development too, because we bonded for this money, and then they want to kind of double dip on it. The town, we have a excess of reserve, and when they say, what are you gonna cut, we just cut the reserve, right? We got. We'll cut something out.
Two things. We take it from the reserve. There are no cuts because the levy is higher than it was a year ago. So
Right.
for someone to suggest that there's a cut, there are no budget cuts because it's higher than it was in 2022. We're talking about 2023. I mean, if you want it, we'll keep it flat. But like Jim says, whatever the increase is can be taken from reserves.
But so here's what I would accept. New construction only. Only new construction, which is probably less than 1%. This idea that they're gonna take 3% of the CPI? Well, again. Crazy.
That's how we did it. Yes. You know what?
Yeah, go tell them.
You're not the forest preserve attorney. That means you're not taking any of the CPI.
Yeah.
Right.
He's the attorney for the forest.
Okay, folks, recess has concluded. We've had a chance to talk. There is a motion and a second to approve the corporate levy ordinance 615 at 2.75%. We have a second. There is a second. Is there a discussion?
I was next.
Steve, you're next.
Okay, in the past, I don't like raising taxes at all, so I always vote no to all that crap. But there was always a compromise, and the compromise was real simple. We took the new construction only. And in this case, I'm thinking that's the compromise, because we gotta have something. And you're not gonna get me, most of these, on our side, we're not gonna vote for a tax increase. So if you take the new construction, I think that our side will go along with that, and that'll end the problem. So I'm making a motion to amend Rachel's motion to take only the new construction.
Okay, he wanted to amend hers, so now I need to look for a second and then discussion.
Yeah, but ultimately, we've got to do Rachel's first. So she made the motion. Steve suggested he wants to amend it. We really don't have, well, I guess we do have the amount. So with that, see if there's a motion to approve Steve's and however we do it. I don't know, Ralph, can you figure out what that means, what Steve is suggesting?
I'm waiting on an opinion real quick. We'll get through this. That's where we're checking.
Right, and we're seeing see if Ralph can figure it out. Okay.
Okay, do we have to vote on the amendment?
We're gonna go.
Okay, so we have a,
Steve, and then we're gonna go to Rachel.
Point of order, though. So he's trying to amend my motion, but that is not an amendment to my motion. That is a new motion. And so we need to vote or discuss my motion first before moving to a new motion.
I appreciate your comment. I view it as an opportunity to amend. There's a motion, there was a second, so I think that motion takes priority, and then we come to your motion if.
How does that amend my motion? It basically annihilates my motion.
It's the method, it's really the methodology of arriving at a levy amount.
But I made a motion to pass something. He's saying remove that altogether and put something new on the table. That's not an amendment. How is that an amendment? Is like I'm amending the wording, or he's presenting a whole new motion. That's not an amendment.
It's my opinion, Commissioner, that it does in fact an attempt to amend your motion. And so it's my opinion that that motion would be voted on first, and then it would come back to your motion.
okay. Discussion on Steve's amendment, Mike,
Yeah,
and then Tyler, and then we'll go to Jackie.
I was still a little confused because we voted to reconsider.
Right.
When you reconsider, you just start with a new motion or you amend the reconsidered motion?
I think you have a fairly broad capability as a board to introduce a new item.
Okay, so then Rachel introduced a new item.
Rachel?
You introduced a new item, but then Steve is amending it. So now, you're right, we would have voted on the amendment first.
Tyler?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so there was a motion reconsider, which passed, and then a motion to approve that, and then Rachel made a motion to amend, and then it was seconded, so that takes precedence, so we have to vote that up or down, and then, if that fails, then Steve can make a motion to amend it, because you can't amend an amendment until after it's been voted on.
But I view Commissioner's motion to effectively address that issue, and then it was, there was a motion to amend that issue that's before the board by Mr. Balich to do it on a very on a basis where it was tied to building permits and increase in building activity.
I mean, respectfully, I don't, motion to amend is the motion on the floor. That's the, unless somebody makes a motion to table it, then you can't overturn, you can't put a motion over a motion to amend. I mean, Robert's Rules of Order does not allow you to amend an amendment. The amendment on the original motion, the First Amendment takes precedence in the Robert's Rules. I mean, it's,
I appreciate your
it's
comments.
you can take it out, but it's just an amendment, so that is on the floor, that takes precedence. And then if that fails, then Steve's motion and second would be the next thing that's on the table. But that's just.
Any other comments? Jackie?
My turn. If we can amend amendments, I want to amend Steve's motion to 2.75, and we can go back and forth all day. Yes. Can I get a second? Thank you.
All right.
Yep. You keep amending all day.
I think we ultimately want to achieve a certain percentage, right?
I'm going to ask you that. It's totally kind of related.
With all these amendments, can we rescind all the amendments and just start with the 275? And if you're not happy with it, you can vote no. If you are, you can vote yes, and then we can start over with a lesser percentage. Would that be okay with folks? Clean it up?
I do have another question.
Yeah, Jim?
Here's totally unrelated to these motions, by the way. So the motion to amend will only need a simple majority. I'm asking the question. Then you have to go back to the levy with that higher rate, and then that will need a 50% plus one, say. So is that how this is going to work? We're going to have to keep going back and forth on this? I guess I'm asking the question.
As I see it, Commissioner Mustis, the issue for the levy purposes requires 14 votes.
Even proposing the 2.75, we'll need 14 votes.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Comments? Rachel?
Yes, so I'm going to ask my colleagues on the other side of the aisle to vote yes on this 2.75. It is a compromise to lower our tax levy. It does not then dig into our corporate operating costs. We have already used our reserves in discussion, moving over to some of these projects that we have discussed throughout the year. So if we drop it lower than 2.75, then we will be cutting into operating costs. And I do not think that is the intent of anyone here. So this is why I'm suggesting we pass it at 2.75. And the other thing that I want to mention about that is, crap, I just lost my thought. That almost never happens. Yeah, so I guess at the end of the day, oh, I know what it is. Yes, it's 40 cents. That's the other thought. The difference here, we're talking to the taxpayer, is 40 cents. So we can fund our government, fund all the operations and the projects and the capital plans that we have all planned, and that everybody agrees that what our force reserve has been doing is really right on the money with what we need to be doing in the county. So I'm asking you guys to consider this. You're saving 40 cents on this particular cut. Do you need another 40 cents? Are they even going to see the difference? But it will make a difference in our staff and in any projects that might come up, the flexibility that we will have to approve those. So I really am asking for the other side of the aisle to consider voting yes on the 2.75. Thank you.
Steve?
Yeah, I'm asking the other side to vote for what is really a true compromise of just taking the new construction. We've done that multiple times over 10 years. And as much as I despise raising the taxes, even the new construction, I went along with it. Most of the people in our caucus on our side want no increase at all. They want zero, just like I want. But they're willing to compromise to get something, so they would do the new construction only. So when you're talking about it's only 40 cents, then forget about it. People would rather have the 40 cents in their pocket than to give it to the government. Just ask the people what they would want, and you'll get the answer. They want the 40 cents. That might buy half a pop. That might buy somebody a half a pop at McDonald's, if they can cut it in half.
Thank you, Steve. Frankie, then Jackie.
Am I live? Yeah. I too would ask that you do not vote to support this, and I'm tired of hearing it's only before you list the number. It's only 40 cents, but it's only 4 cents a gallon on your gas tax. It's only a little bit more for the mental health tax. It's only 2.5% on this year's levy. It's only. And then next year, we just raised the new baseline, and then we're gonna say the same exact thing next year. It's only. 10 years from now, these people are selling their home because they only can't afford it anymore. So I will not be supporting this. I will support taking the new construction, even though I don't wanna do that either. But I'm asking you guys to vote no on this.
Jackie, do you have a comment, or would you like to proceed?
Well, I'm not sure what I need to do, but I have a question. When you say take new construction, what percentage does that work out to be? Do we know? Is that 0.05%? You know, or 0.0005, 0.0001? I mean, I don't know what number that is.
The difference between taking 0% CPI and 3% CPI is $476,000. So from what was proposed in the documents that you received would need to be reduced by $476,000.
I could probably come up with that much money if we eliminated the salaries and benefits for some of the county board members, but I don't think that's what we're here to do today.
No.
I would like to get on with voting with the 2.75. I can remove my amendment if Steve will remove his, and then we can move along. And then if that does not pass, then we can talk about the next one. That's what we need to do here today. So in good faith with my brother Steve, who I tend to agree with on land use cases, I am going to remove my amendment. Thank you.
We need permission from Steve.
I'll make it again.
I think the question is, from the earlier discussion, we'll go with Rachel's motion.
One last comment, Sherry, and then we're going to move on to a vote. Please.
Yeah, I just want to ask everyone, I get that the other side of the aisle is philosophically opposed to tax increases. I get that. But what are we proposing to cut? If we are cutting our budget by $476,000, I would really like to know what projects that people are suggesting that we cut or what positions we eliminate before I vote. Thank you.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to reduce the corporate levy ordinance 615 to 2.5%. Roll call?
2.7.
I'm sorry, what did I say? I'm sorry, 2.75. Thank you.
Newquist. Yes. Ogalla. No. Flagel. Yes. Mustis. No. Mitchell. No. Tyson. Yes. Gazanfer. Yes. Trainier. Yes. Fritz. No. Mueller. Gould. Balich. Frislam. Winfrey. Brooks. Parker. Ventura. Markham. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel. Weigel. Freeman is a yes. Joe Van Dyne, President Van Dyne.
Yes.
Thirteen yea, 11 no. 13 yea, 11 no.
13 yes, 11 no. Of course, we need 14 to pass the levy, so the motion will fail.
Do I make my motion now?
Steve?
I make a motion to accept only the new construction and no CPI.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion? Mimi? Mimi Cowan?
Yeah, so what would, so is that a 0%? And how much would we be underfunding our needs at that point? I'm sorry, but government responsibility includes funding services. I understand trying to keep taxes in hand, and I understand what Member Pretzel said about building on things, but I mean, this is irresponsible. So, yeah.
Raquel?
Okay, I'm struggling. I mean, I get it that part of our responsibility is, of course, to have responsible government and to operate financially sound. And however, I'm confounded as to why my colleagues on the other side are so, despondent over what's going to happen to government, but not as despondent as to what's going to happen to the taxpayers. Like, if they have to figure, the question was, well, how are we going to operate if we don't do this tax increase? Well, taxpayers got to say, well, how are we going to operate? How are we going to live if we do get this tax increase? And so that's where the balancing act comes in. So I'm just going to stand with the taxpayers. We have to figure it out just like we're trying to ask them to figure it out. So I don't like raising taxes, and I'm going to go along with Steve Balich's taking construction.
Okay. I had Rachel, you took your microphone. I have Rachel, and then Mark, and then Jim, and then Herb. I'll try to keep that in order. Rachel.
Okay. So we see the writing on the wall, you have the votes, but you have the votes to gut parts of our forest reserve. This is one of it is the best part of our county. So while you guys stand on a soapbox saying, oh, we're saving the taxpayer dollars, with the high inflation, what we should have been talking about was increasing wages. That's how they pay the tax bills, not cutting our services. And during COVID, the forest preserve was a safe haven for people to get out to enjoy our nature. And I've been so proud of what we have done with the forest preserve over the 4 years in the capital plan that we passed and the continued expansion and the land that we have bought. And I bet you anything, people are gonna say they want the forest preserve over that 40 cents, Steve, because people do enjoy it. Both sides of the aisle constantly are saying how great the things that we are doing at the forest preserve. This is a moment to be proud of our government, proud of what our tax dollars are giving us, and shame on you guys. And I don't say that often, but shame on you for playing the political card on this and gutting our budget. This was a moment that we could have been proud to continue to move forward with our forest preserve, continue to grow it, and instead you're going to cut into people's operating budgets, you're going to cut into the services, into the plans that we had planned for. Why? So you could go home and say, well, we cut their taxes and only get new construction. And then in future years, you're gonna have to make up those dollars that you missed out on. You're gonna have to make up the CTEL, the limiting taxes. So you really, you think you're doing something great, but you're not. You're hurting every future generation when it comes to our forest reserve over pennies, literally pennies. It's not worth it.
Thank you, Rachel. Mark, Jim, Herb, and Meta. Mark?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I appreciate that you guys the Republicans are looking out for the taxpayer, and I get that as a taxpayer myself, but I don't think you guys have a monopoly over knowing what the taxpayer wants. I have 2 young kids. I know a lot of families love the Forest Reserve, and to say that that people would rather save the 40 cents than fund, what's necessary government services is ridiculous, frankly. And, you talk about precedent. I think this is starting a precedent on your side by not, funding things that are necessary to be funded and what's great for our communities and what we need. You guys can vote next year on taxes and other things. Let's take it one step at a time and fund what's needed.
Thank you. Jim?
Yeah, first, let me say, this is not political. We have philosophical views on taxation. And, so I don't think it is for political gamesmanship or upmanship, whatever you want to say. But let's put it in perspective. It's not irresponsible. We're not cutting last year's budget. You're just not increasing it. And for whatever reason, people want to talk about like an increase, not putting in an increase is cutting. I don't kind of quite get that. I think that the Forest Reserve can operate with less money. I think that, they got a great wish list they like to fill. You ask how are we gonna do the budget? You know what? Let me just make it simple. Take it out of cash reserves, and those projects that you were going to fund under cash reserves, that in my opinion should have been funded through that bond issue, let's make the adjustment there. I mean, it's not hard to make the adjustment. So, and Ralph, you're saying it's $400,000. $476. You're saying that the tax levy is going to go up $476, the corporate levy? I don't think that's correct.
The corporate levy, well, that's only CPI. And that's overall. So when we.
That's all the levies combined, or is that just the corporate levy?
That's all the levies combined.
Okay, all right, so so that doesn't reflect just with the
No.
core. We're
In
talking strictly about the corporate levy, which is how much more? How many, give it to me in dollars.
The corporate levy as proposed is $134,000 higher today.
Okay.
Or as proposed than.
Okay, so let's not act like we're cutting $400,000 out of the budget. You're potentially cutting out a portion of the $134,000. And quite honestly, I might have some issues with the development and construction levy, the next one. But so let's put it in perspective. I think bringing the corporate levy down to new construction, let's say 1%. I'd maybe even stretch it, 1.5%, I think is the responsible. You get a slight increase, but it's the responsible amount. This is, when you're talking about services, there ain't gonna one service is gonna be cut here. Ralph, is there gonna be any services cut if you don't get these levies?
Commissioner Moustis, I am not going to cut services.
I agree, never have. Forest Reserve District staff has always been more than responsible in delivering high level of services and making the visiting public very happy and proud of our forest reserve. So now, let's cut out the rhetoric, we're cutting things. I don't think that would be the case. So I think the corporate levy, by maybe bringing it down, let me just throw out 1.5%, which is partly part of the CPI, I think is responsible. And we will not be cutting services. And thanks for saying that, Ralph, because that's the truth. I know it would be easy to say the other way, but.
I'm not gonna say that. So, and let me. I know somebody was on. And let me just kind of be clear too, that the CPI and the dollars received from the CPI are a blend between corporate and construction and development, to your point, Commissioner Moustis. So those dollars flow into both of those funds. And it's blended based on where those dollars are needed, whether they're needed on the corporate side or they're needed on the construction and development side.
I mean, if I could just make one real quick comment, if we can compromise on this corporate levy, then I'm gonna support the construction, and development levy, which I think could be a good compromise also. I can only speak for myself, I can't speak for the caucus, but I'm just telling you, I could be that one extra vote on the construction and development levy. Thanks.
All right. I'm hoping there's no new comments. Here's what I would like to do. I would like to vote on Mr. Balich's amendment, whether it passes or fails. And then I would like to seek a motion to remove 3 items from the agenda and set up a special meeting because it's apparent that we need further discussion. So roll call on Steve Balich's motion, please. Or his amendment.
Newquist.
Didn't I have my hand up?
Can you restate your amendment, Steve, please, so it's
I
clear?
guess that we take only the new construction, I don't know what percentage that is, and not any CPI at all.
All right, new construction is $409,908.
$4,908? $400,908. Okay, so that.
Levy's going up 409,000 with new construction. All right?
You know what? Let's recess this because there's way too many questions asking us information that we have not prepared in the way that you're asking it.
I want to clean up Steve's vote. Take a roll, please.
I'm gonna just start over. Newquist. Ogalla.
Yes.
Flagel. Moustis.
Yes.
Mitchell. Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier. Fritz. Mueller. Gould.
Yes.
Balich.
Yes.
Frizalone. Winfrey. Brooks.
No.
Parker. Ventura. Markham.
No.
Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel.
Yes.
Weigel.
Yes.
Freeman is a no. President Van Dyne.
No.
$11 yes, 13 no.
11 yes, 13 no. The motion on the amendment fails. Yes. All right, like I said, there seems to be a lot of questions and concerns. Mike?
Yeah, I don't want to go another day. We need to get this done. We have other things to do. If you guys can tell me again, is new construction $400 and some thousand dollars? For what? So $409,000. So our levy's increasing by $409,000.
Blended between, I'm gonna say between corporate and CA.
Just with new construction.
Yeah.
Jim said that he would vote for a 1.5, which should give us an additional $68,000.
Well,
$67,000. So that's just shy of $500,000 over last year's levy. And I would vote for that as well. So I make the motion that we do 1.5.
For a vote?
it's okay.
Yeah. I don't think anything changed. You can come back in 5 days, it's not gonna change.
Can I ask everyone to turn their mics off and then I'll come back? I know, Jim, we do have a motion from Mike at 1.5%, and it was seconded by Mr. Gould. Judy seconded. Open it up for discussion. I seen Frankie.
Thank you. I just want to say that we are gutting the forest preserve is a drastic exaggeration. And there's hundreds of thousands of constituents in Will County that are on fixed incomes. And we just hit them with a new tax. They pay an additional 4 cents a gallon. I'll keep bringing it up on the motor fuel tax. The levy's going up. We're going to increase taxes one way or another, whether it's 3%, 1%, just new construction. You know, these people are forced to make decisions, and that's all the Republican Party here is asking from the Forest Preserve, to tighten their belt a little bit and balance the budget with the money that we have. You guys are asking for more. We just want them to do more with what they have. So it's not that we don't have a monopoly on this. That's not what's happening here. I know I was elected twice now to be a vote against any tax increases, and I'm going to continue to vote no on unnecessary tax increases. Thank you.
Meta?
I just want to make sure that everyone here knows, and this is on the public record, that the county gas tax that we collect, 60% of that comes from outside the county. So that is a little bit disingenuous to throw on taxpayers. But all of us were elected a few times on different reasons, so I understand what you're saying. But it is, we are, taking away money from new projects like the trout farm that they want us to make work for them in Raquel's area and things like that, that we're not going to be able to probably pay for. And I know that Ralph won't cut services, but continually we just keep asking the staff in this county, whatever department it is, to continue doing more with less. So, which creates holes in services for people. I know that we don't always see it, but it does create those holes and we hear about them. Thank you.
Thank you, Meta. Let's go with Julie, didn't get a chance, and then Judy, and then we'll go to Jim.
Thanks, Joe. So I have a question, Ralph, I'm hoping you can help me to understand this. So new construction, I'm not sure what the definition of that is. I'm assuming new construction means new development, new homes.
Come on, the tax rate.
So I imagine you project a certain amount, you or predict a certain amount of building. I'm looking at the amount of building, new construction in my district, in one district. It's exploding. We have 3 large developments, all multifamily. And I know if every home, and I mean, I can't remember how much we pay to Forest Preserve, but if every one of those new households is coming on our tax rolls, that's huge. And you see a lot of developers, they don't preserve the land, they just do a cash buyout. They increase their development, we don't get more open space, but we get more taxpayers. So are our projections accurate? Because there's an explosion of, everyone says there's not enough housing, but everywhere I look, open land is getting developed, concrete and homes. So
That number comes from the assessor's office.
so that's my question. I see a huge increase in new taxpayers with all of this new development. And we've got a lot of developments, you know, there's 700 plus homes. So are our projections realistic?
Yes, our projections are not ours. They are provided to us by the county. And to your question, or I think your assumption, new construction essentially estimates the properties that were not on the tax rolls in the previous levy year that are now on the tax rolls in the coming levy year. Okay, so this was stuff built prior that has been completed and is occupied, whether that be a commercial structure or a residential structure or whatever. So that's new construction, again, provided to us by the county. And so we then use that in our calculations. And also to your point, as additional residents do move into the county, the rate, if you didn't change your rate, you're just spreading your services to a greater number of individuals. When you capture new construction, what you're essentially doing is saying, you new resident have moved into the community, you're going to pay your share and it won't diminish my portion of services or whatever that is. From Forest Preserve, I can tell you what that is, but based on a whole lot of other different taxing bodies, they have other missions, priorities, and purposes. So each one of those, what you attempt to do is to basically say if the cost of providing services to this individual or this group costs X, when the new person comes in, they're going to pay X. Not that everything gets diminished, and so you have fewer resources to cover more people. So that's capturing new construction.
Okay, so I appreciate your explanation. However, by raising the levy, we are protecting more open space. But in my, for example, in my district,
Necessarily. It's
we're
a global
getting
bond.
as you just said, but it's not, the levy doesn't impact whether or not there's more open space in neighborhoods. The levy impacts how much the income preserve is getting. Okay, I would love it if our levy did go out there and preserve more open space, so we did have that open space for the new residents, but that's not related to what we're talking about right now. We're getting new tax revenues, and I want to make sure that that is accurately reflected. For example, the school district, they'll say in a 4-bedroom house, there's 0.5 children. And I can go to my neighborhood or certain subdivisions where they said 4-bedroom homes will have 100 students, and there's 400 students there now. So, like Hoboken, we know it's going up. We know people are moving in. Those tax levies that we get from that development, when do you claim that is?
I don't think they will.
Income?
Those will come in as new construction in future years as those start. So it takes 5 years to complete 200 houses, maybe 40 houses per year. We would get 40 value, the property value of 40 houses per year over the next 5 years. You can only claim what's in that initial.
Let me see what I'm hoping I can convince Lisa.
Okay. Can I ask if there's any new observations or any new comments? I have a list of 5 people.
All right, just take the vote then.
Okay.
You know, this-
Is anybody willing to turn off their mic? Is there anyone willing not to? Rachel wants to make a comment.
Okay, so if we want more open spaces, I don't know, is that mine? If we want more open spaces, then we do need to provide the tax dollars to not only buy the land, but to fund the active management of those spaces. But I would argue,
wanna say something.
Guys,
but I would argue that when our tax dollars are used for services, and yes, expanding the forest preserve would be considered a service, we need the property and or the corporate amount to run the active properties that we have, then this is what people want to spend their tax dollars on. And we saw that most recently in the election, when we had a question that asked specifically, would you like to increase your taxes for a specific service? People voted yes. And we are in a majority rules in our county. So to say that taxpayers always want to cut things, that's not true. What they want is that their tax dollars are servicing them, that they're creating a government that works for everyone. And what they don't like is waste and corruption. I think we all agree that we don't want waste and corruption. Ralph runs a tight ship, one that is responsible, proactive, and conservative. And so I am going to encourage the Democrats to vote yes on this 1.5%, especially since some of the Republicans may vote no on this, that we would allow to bring in more tax dollars so that we can accomplish the plans that we have laid out. So I would encourage the Democrats to vote yes on Jim and Mike's amendment. Please do so.
final comments?
I make one really.
Jim?
Because I want everyone to consider, when you talk about, improvements, or we're talking about, we're gonna build a fishing pond or whatever, that comes out of construction and development. That's the next levy. And as Ralph mentioned, they're kind of like brother and sister kind of levies. They go together. Here again, I would say that, for development, and that includes things like land acquisition, which basically has not been done with tax levy dollars. 95% of the property we own has been purchased by bond issues through referendum. And I think if you wanted to pass another one of those bond issues, I think it'd probably pass. But of course, we've also reissued bonds for those purposes of land acquisition, and that can continue. Here again, like I say, I think 1.5% of the corporate levy, which deals more with operational costs, is reasonable. And like I said, and if we get support for that, I'm going to support the construction and levy, development levy, because they talk about two different things, actually. But I'd like to be supportive of that construction development, because that's what does bring on additional space. It brings on the development of our properties so people can use them. So I would ask everyone to support the 1.5. And like I said, I'd be more than happy to support the construction and development levy. Thank you.
All right, last question or comment, Sherry.
Just a question, because I'm kind of confused at this point. So is the proposed amendment for new construction and 1.5%? So Ralph, how confident are you, or maybe you could say, would we have to make any substantial changes to the budget as proposed today, with that instead of doing the 3.0%?
The answer is, I will find a way not to have a substantial or any impact on the Forest Preserve District moving forward. There were several transfers from the corporate fund into the infrastructure maintenance and replacement program. Those can be offset with fund transfers from the reserve. So we can accommodate those changes. I'll also go back in, though, a little bit more with a scalpel than a hatchet, and we'll look through the budget to see if there's any other savings there, because I don't necessarily want to defer maintenance, and I'm not suggesting we are. But that's a fund that we put dollars into to address those future maintenance needs. So the answer is no. We will not have any substantial impact on the budget as proposed. I won't
Okay, thank
let
you.
that happen.
I just wanted to make the comment that, or maybe even a question. We've got our first ever preserve in my county board district, whole preserve, not just the lake that belongs to Naperville. And this is the only real natural area in our community. We have park district parks. That's not the same thing, okay? Is this reduction in what we're voting on for the levy going to have any negative impact on the maintenance and the repair work and everything that we're doing at Hidden Lakes and Hidden Oaks? Because my constituents really like that place and they don't want to see anything go wrong. And we've already had our share of dilemmas with it this spring. So are we good there?
We are good there. The changes that I'm proposing and those that I'm thinking about will not have any impact, and we have made accommodations for future renovations of Hidden Oaks in our capital improvement program.
Okay, I just want to make sure of that. Thank you.
Thank you all. Roll call.
Ask a question.
Go ahead.
My question is that Mr. Frizzalone has made a motion with the 1.5% with the new construction, but the new construction isn't until F. So it would be voted on separately? That's different? Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Asking for a roll call for, the motion is to approve the corporate levy ordinance number 615 at 1.5% CPI plus new construction. We understand? Thank you. Roll call.
Newquist.
Yes.
Ogalla.
Yes.
Flagel. Mustis.
Yes.
Mitchell.
No.
Is that a no?
No.
Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier. Fritz. Mueller. Gould. Balich. Frizzalone. Winfrey. Brooks. Parker. Ventura. Coleman is absent. Markham. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel. Weigel. Freeman is a hesitant yes. President Van Dyne.
Yes.
I have 22 and 2. 22 yes, 2 no.
22 yes, 2 no. We needed 14 votes to pass. The levy does pass.
Point of order, Joe, really quick. Do you need a motion to approve as amended now, or was?
Yes, thank you,
Okay, I'll make
Tyler.
the motion to approve as amended.
All those in favor of previous roll? Any opposed? Motion will carry. Number 2, under business, number 2F, approval of construction and development levy ordinance number 616. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving back to number 1 under business, approval of the 2023 appropriation and budget ordinance number 610.
Oh,
Well, I believe we're ready to vote for it now.
well, you'd have to make the amendments. I mean, let me. We're gonna have to amend the budget, yeah.
George?
If I,
Ralph, do you? Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
You're authorizing the staff to reduce the budget by $67,000 in the corporate fund,
Yeah.
okay? Because that's the equivalent of 1.5%.
Well, I would make a motion to pass it with the authorization of staff make the adjustments to the corporate levy, which was like $67,000. We're passing it, they have to cut it $67,000. Will that work, George?
Yes, it would.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? We can take a roll. Roll call.
Can we clarify what we're taking roll call, please?
Passing the budget with
Jim, can you restate your motion?
Passing the budget, but giving the authorization to the staff to make the necessary adjustments with the reduction, from the reduction of the levy, corporate levy. Is that good, George? I'll word it a different way if it's.
I think everybody understands,
Okay.
Commissioner Moose, is what the,
Well, that's
what
that's,
the amendments would be to the budget.
okay, so that's my motion.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. I see Mimi Cowan.
Can I just ask for some clarification on that? So, Ralph, are you going to have to change specific budget lines?
I'll be changing, what will happen is transfers will not take place. So proposed transfers that were in the original budget would not take place because the dollars to transfer would
Won't
not
be
be
there.
there.
Okay. I guess I appreciate Mr. Moustis's motion. Yeah, I guess I guess if explain to me how I'm not doing my due diligence to let the staff make changes without me examining the final budget first? And maybe that is the case. So,
Yeah. So there is a proposed transfer from the corporate fund, okay, which was funded by the corporate levy, which was just reduced.
right.
That transfer will also be reduced accordingly based on the new levy.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe you just make that motion then, right?
And it will only
To
be
reduce the
that
transfer.
transfer.
Okay. So it doesn't impact other allocated lines?
Correct.
Okay, I'm fine with it then.
You did it right.
Okay. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Newquist. Ogala. Flagel. Mustis. Mitchell. Tyson. Gazanfer. Trainier. Fritz. Mueller. Gould. Balich. Frizalone. Winfrey. Brooks. Parker. Ventura. Markham. Berkowitz. Cowan. Pretzel. Weigel. Freeman is a yes. President Van Dyne.
Yes.
I can do math. Maybe not.
23-1?
Yes.
23-1, we're getting closer. Motion carries. There are reports provided. Any questions on any of the reports under the Finance Committee? Seeing none? All right, thank you. Moving on to Operations Committee, Chairwoman Winfrey, good morning.
Good morning. So for the Operations Committee, the first order of business is award of contract in the amount of $222,232.50 for V3 Construction Group Limited of Woodbridge for native seeding and ecological management at Prairie Bluff Preserve, and I so move.
Motion and second. If you're willing to go yes, we can have a previous roll. Previous roll, second. All those in favor of the previous, changing Rachel's to a yes. We are 24-0, motion carries.
Thank you. The next is award of contract in the amount of $52,670 to Tallgrass Restoration of Schaumburg for overseeding at Fort Creek Preserve, and I so move.
All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next is the award of contract in the amount not to exceed $35,025 to Knapheide Equipment Company of McHenry to purchase one Polar King 6x12 refrigerated trailer, and I so move.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Do we need to? We're good?
Just read your agenda. We're having problems with the screen up
Okay.
top. Yep.
Next is approval of change order number 1 in the amount of $32,269.50 to McGill Construction, Frankfurt, for the Joliet Junction Trail asphalt repair and replacement, and I so move.
All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. Next is the approval of ordinance 627, authorizing intergovernmental agreement number 2203 with the Village of Homer Glen for a trail connection to Spring Creek Greenway Trail at Messenger Marsh, and I so move.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion will carry.
Next is the approval of Resolution 2219, authorizing agricultural wetland banking agreement for Fort Creek Preserve, and I so move.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And next is the approval of Resolution 2220, authorizing intergovernmental agreement number 2204 between the County of Will and the Forest Preserve District of Will County regarding Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, Route 53 bike path funding, and I so move. That's our path.
All discussion, Mimi? Okay. Okay. Previous roll? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have one abstention. 23-0, motion carries.
Okay. And next is the approval of the Illinois Association of Park Districts Credential Certificate, and I so move.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Mimi, are you a yes? Yes, sir. All right, 24-0, motion carries.
Okay, that concludes my report. There are a number of reports here to review. The next meeting will be after the reorganization on January 4th. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Ms. Tyson, Ad hoc Committee, Chairwoman.
Yes, President Van Dyne, I have nothing to report today. Thank you.
We have one item.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Approval of the Forest Preserve District of Will County organizational rules, and I so move. Previous roll.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
That concludes my report.
Thank you. We have no need for executive session, unfortunately. Is there any comments by the public? There were none? Okay. Comments by Executive Director?
I did have a couple of comments that I wanted to make. Thank you all. This is our last meeting of this board of the Forest Preserve District of Will County. Some of you will be returning, some of you will not. And that's unfortunate or maybe great for you. But I do want to also note that on behalf of our leadership team at the Forest Preserve that's here with me today, we appreciate the service that you've provided, the guidance that you've given to us, the policies and so forth. And I believe that we do accomplish quite a bit together, and we do have a very positive effect on the quality of life of the people of Will County. You know, in the last 20 years, and I kind of throw this number out because to us it's a big number, you've made $250 million investment in open space and natural areas in Will County, setting aside thousands of acres of land, building miles and miles and miles of trails, restoring natural habitats, and developing outposts for the Forest Preserve District in the form of our visitor facilities, which are east and southwest and north and centrally located within the county. You've established and funded a capital improvement program, a vehicle replacement program, and an infrastructure maintenance and replacement program. All of those things have happened over the course of that time. Again, I think on behalf of us, thanks. I am also a taxpayer, so on behalf of me as a taxpayer, thank you for your service again, and I wish you all well.
Thank you, Ralph. Comments by commissioners? Rachel?
Yeah, so I wanted to first say that I'm going to try to not cry. It has been an honor to serve on this board and to be the vice president the last 2 years of the Forest Preserve. Many of you know that I am a climate activist and I used to be a naturalist, and so restoring our planet and preserving it for future generations is so important to me, to my heart, and to obviously all of our taxpayers. So I want to say thank you for all of the patience you've had with me and my comments. And Ralph, you stole some of my thunder. I was going to point out some of the things that I personally am very proud that we have done. And that is passing the capital plan, which allowed us to expand our property. It allowed us to move more of our land into active management. We acquired a new nature center. We banned BT toxins. We got our first organic farm. We've had several exhibits, both with the nature center as well as directly with the Forest Preserve, as well as many events. And then, of course, connecting all of the trails, the bike trails. These are all really exciting things. And when people have said to me, well, what did you do in your 4 years? These are things that I point to because they really do make our county a better place. Now, we never got goats, Ralph. We need to get goats. And I am going to continue advocating for the Collins Street land so that we can make that into a beautiful open space, partnering with our park districts in the area for active uses. So I do promise you that when I go to Springfield, we'll continue to work on those. But I really do want to thank all of our staff. And I know I gave you guys all letters. I do mean that. You guys make this great. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Jim?
Well, Ralph, staff, board, it's been a long time. I have to say this, even though I necessarily didn't, I was always concerned about the environment, but I wouldn't class myself as a tree hugger. More of a tree hugger than I was 30 years ago, though. And understand the importance of open space, not necessarily a recreational space, but preserving our natural areas and just leaving them alone, how important that really is to our environment. You know, when I came on in 1992, December of 92, you know, then already had passed a referendum for $50 million. 2 years prior, and hadn't spent any of the money. We basically had a board that was very, I don't want to say, less than they should have been more supportive, let's just put it that way, of the mission. But you know, that did start to change when I came. Not that it changed just because of me. Board members changed, people's perspectives changed, they have seen the value. And I don't know, Ralph, we probably added 150, 200% of our holdings from that time. And I supported so you know, I'm not the Grinch. I supported every single bond issue the Forest Reserve attempted. And I don't mean I didn't just sit here and say I support it. I went out and worked my area and asked people to support it. And it's been a heck of a job by everyone over the last 30 years. I feel privileged and grateful. That's what I feel leaving after 30 years. And so, Forest Preserve, you know, the county board, sometimes, you know, it's like, but you know, the Forest Preserve was always my feel-good place, right? You do really things that feel good, that help the public, and things the public want. And Ralph, I've worked with, let's see, going back to Jack D'Onofrio, Mike Becerris, then Marcy, then you, and all the staff members that I've met in between. You've all done a great job. So, I appreciate it. I'm going to miss you guys, but I might show up once in a while. You never know. I might even volunteer, Ralph. Yeah. So. So anyways, thanks everyone.
Thank you, Jim. Gretchen?
Thank you. I have to echo what the last two commissioners have said. I'll be finishing up 8 years, and I've really learned a lot. I've learned a lot from Ralph and the rest of the staff about how this work is done and you know, what we can accomplish. I think a very good example is buying the golf course out east to help manage the stormwater that, you know, and it wasn't just our problem. It was Cook County's problem. It was Indiana's problem. It was a regional problem, and I thought that was a very innovative solution to that problem, and I thought it was wonderful. And I had before I was on this board, I had enjoyed the trailhead off of 53 and Royce Road in Bolingbrook, and you know, adding hidden lakes to our inventory and connecting our previous trailhead with that trail, I think is just it's a great accomplishment, and I was happy to support that as well. So that's just two examples of the wonderful work that we've done in the 8 years that I've been here, and I just want to tell Ralph and the staff that I appreciate you.
Thank you, Gretchen. Saul?
Yeah, I wanted to thank everybody, but before that, I just wanted to add to the comment about goats, Rachel. We already have a goat here, this board, greatest of all time. So you have your goat here. But again, I really feel very honored and privileged to serve on this commission. Before like 9 months, it's a short time, but it's a lifelong experience. I will proudly display an ex-commissioner of Forest Preserve of Will County all over my resumes ever since. And really, I ran for Bolingbrook Park District. I was always interested in, unsuccessfully 2 times, but destiny had a different thing, and I got an opportunity to see how great work that you guys have been doing. So thank you again, and each and every board member and commissioner for your services. It's not easy. I used to think it's, you know, a task that you just go and attend meetings and all, but it's really something that you guys do in and out. And to all the staff of Forest Preserve, thank you again.
Thank you. Don?
Thank you, Joe. Ralph, I just want to say thank you. It's been a pleasure and privilege to work with you over the years, and your predecessors, Mike Besteris and Marcy DeMoro. Working with them has equally been a pleasure. I want to thank Tracy I want to thank Lisa and their staff for all the hard work they've done over the years. I'm very proud of all the improvements the district has made since I've been here. Just to note one thing, especially I like the dog park program, as you know. In my district, we were able to expand Hamel, we were able to start Ballou Road, and most of all, from site selection to the grand opening, I was involved with McClintock Road. I think all of these dog parks, the ones in Naperville, Homer, the entire county, Crete now, the citizens really take advantage of the dog park program. And you all have done an excellent job in implementing all those preserves. So thank you again, and I wish you all well.
Thank you, Don. Mike?
Yeah, everybody's talked about the accomplishments, so I won't talk about that. I just want to thank everybody at the Forest Preserve staff, and Ralph, and Denise, and Andy, Lisa, and everybody that we worked with. The one thing that you guys have done to make it easy for us to do our job, make it easy for us to understand. And just like today, Ralph said, we'll make it work, and you guys always have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Mr. Brooks?
Thank you, Mr. President. Ralph, thank you. Your staff. George, you've been helpful. I thank you. When I came to the county board for the preserve, Marcy, the director, well, we used to have a land acquisition committee. Remember that? And I never will forget someone telling me one day when we talk about land, we didn't have laptops and computers at that time. Everything was on paper. Remember that, Jim? We had to have all this stack of papers like that. So we had to find it in the map. But I remember one of our land acquisition chairman telling me one time, rather than look at the paper, you need to come out of your comfort zone and go look at it. And I did. And I had a wonderful opportunity looking at a lot of the land use properties that we acquired over the years. So I can't say, but thank you. I've learned a lot, and this board has been very helpful. God bless you and your families. Thank you.
Margaret?
Thank you, President Van Dyne. I want to thank everybody on the staff for a wonderful experience. It was humbling and it was great. So I just want to thank you. I don't want to be redundant.
Thank you, Margaret. Anyone else? Moving on to comments by President, I wanted to thank the commissioners that will no longer be serving on this board specifically. I know a lot of names out there. This board is going to be changed quite a bit. So, you know, I want to make a special thanks to Don Gould, Jim Eustace, and these folks decided to move on for some reason or another, but thank you guys so much for your service. Tom Weigel, Gretchen Fritz, Mike Frizzalone, Mimi Cowan, Herb Brooks, Mark Flagel, Margaret Tyson, Saud Gazanfer, and Rachel Ventura. Tyler Markham, I'm sorry. Did I miss anyone? So thank you folks for your service. I'm excited to work with the rest of you that will be coming back for the next term. And being elected president is very fulfilling to me. It was something that I never expected when I ran for office, and I just want to thank bless you. I just want to thank every one of you guys for trusting in me and allowing me to spend so much time with Ralph and his staff. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that's done and a lot of fun as well. And I never once had a bad experience. And I'm telling you guys firsthand that this staff is truly amazing. And if anybody ever has a chance to spend a lot of time with them, it would definitely be enjoyable. So thank you all. We don't know what our future may hold, but I just wanted a special thanks. And George, I think you've done an amazing job, and I don't think I could have made it through half of these meetings without your advice. So thank you all. And with that being said, with permission from the commissioners, I would like to request a hire from a real estate manager, Sarah Whitchin. Witchen, can I have a motion? Second? Previous roll? Second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Is there anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And now we have a few awards to present, some IAPD board member anniversaries. So I would go to the podium. Ralph, you want to come down? You want me to call them up one at a time? They're all-
Yeah, well, I think that's how we have them. Oh, we actually.
We have 4 individuals that have spent quite some time on the IAPD board, and 3 individuals with 10 years of service and 1 with 20. So I'll let you guys guess who the last one is. But I would like to start with Steve Balich, 10 years anniversary. Steve? And if you folks would mind just staying up for a photo afterwards. All right. Nice plaque, and you get a nice little pin for your jacket. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Next up, his buddy, Mike Frizzalone, 10-year anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Another 10-year anniversary, Judy Ogala. Congratulations. And we all know 10 years is quite a long time, but 20's twice as much. Mr. Don Gould. 20 years. There you go, sir. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, appreciate it. You get this, and also.
That's what you get at 20.
All right. You guys want to come up? You guys come up front here? You can slide over a little bit. And on our way out, we broke a new record, I believe, for the length of meetings, so motion to adjourn. Second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.